Okay, hi. I'm posting this video because I've had a bit of a nightmare with this. AC Infinity are a great company and they do really good stuff. I grow mushrooms basically. I've got some reishi mushrooms down there, amazing. I've got an indoor grow tent, and an outdoor grow tent, but the indoor grow tent, obviously, I want to control my CO2. So this is a CO2 controller from AC Infinity, which is a really good bit of kit. But the instructions for it are dialed in generally for people who grow plants, which is, fine, absolutely fine. If you want to grow mushrooms, obviously the instructions, it's taken me a few hours today to work out these instructions. And at times I wanted to scream. So I want to make this a very simple a bit of information, a little tutorial to people how to set this controller up for your mushroom grow. Okay, so firstly, what you want to do is it comes with two ports. I bought this. I'm in England. I bought this port from this unit from AC Infinity direct from America. So I'm going to need to use a travel adapter for this. Okay, so I've got a little fan here, which is behind this little bit of cloth, plugged into my controller unit. The controller unit's plugged into travel plug, obviously. So what you want to do is you want to be plugged into port 2. There's port 1 and port 2. Port 1 is for to add CO2 to a grow room. Port 2 is to extract it. So you use this for your fan. Okay, right. So anyway, so this is what I've got it on anyway. This is how I'm going to do this, and I'll show you how this works. So what have we got? We have got a few buttons here. So we've got a selection button for the plug, which is this section here, this plug here. Okay, so if I press this button once, press it again, it goes on to either plug 1, which is off, it says, or plug 2, which is now off. Now if I press the next button along, it turns on plug 2, which I'm plugged into, that's what I want. Now this button here sends you through all of the cycles. This is the cycle button. Okay, so press this continuously and ignore all of the cycles. That you don't need to know any of the cycles until you get to a cycle that says fan. So after CO2 it says fan. Now, the idea of this CO2 controller is to turn your fan on when the CO2 levels get too high, and to turn the fan off when your CO2 levels reaches the optimum level in your grow room. So my grow tent, I will probably have it I probably want the range between 600 and 800 parts per million. Now, you can adjust this as and when you want and how you want to do it. For the sake of this video, I have got this set at the moment on 800 parts per million on the center, and the zone is 50 parts per million. Now, basically, before I go and tell you how to adjust this, 800 parts per million is what it's set at. The 50% there on the zone is a buffer. So when the reading at the moment is on the screen here at 761 parts per million in this room, when it reaches over 850 or just over 850, the fan will kick on. And that's a buffer below the 800 as well for the fan to kick off. So when the parts per million go down to 750, it will turn off. Basically, that's exactly how it will work. It will work 50% either way. Now you can set this to 10, so it will go on 810 and then go off at 790 or however you want. It's basically pretty simple. That's basic. Now it's taken me hours to work this bloody thing out. So if you want to set this, okay, so what you want to do is you press this set button again, the one with the 3 bars on. You go 1, 2, it goes back to fan. So you might go through the cycles all the way through, keep pressing. When you get to fan, the center will flash, and you can go up or down, whatever you want to set it to. So if you want to set it to 700 parts per million or 760 or 750 and have a 10 or 50% buffer, you can do. For the benefit of this for the purpose of this video, I will go back to 800 for a second, okay? And then you press this again, and it will flash, the zone will flash. Then you can go up or down if you want to take it down to 10% or up to 50 or up to 90%, whatever you want. But for the purpose of the video, I'm going to go 50%. You leave it for 3 seconds and it sets. Now, don't touch this setting whatsoever. Just leave it in this setting. It won't go anywhere. It won't do a thing. Now, obviously, I have a small hobby hydro fan set up here with a cloth over it. It's set up for a specific grow at the moment. That's plugged into port 2. The sensor that comes with it is on a 3-meter cable going down here, and it looks like that. It's a very sensitive sensor. So when I've been testing this out, I've been leaving it a fair way away from me and just blowing onto it. Now I'm just going to put the camera over there onto this sensor now. I'm just going to blow onto it carefully, and it will raise slightly. And as mushrooms do, mushrooms give off CO2. They breathe out CO2, and that's just clicked above 850 parts per million. Well, it's under 850 actually, slightly, but the sensor's more sensitive than this controller can read. So as soon as that's done that, my fan is now on. Okay, the fan is now moving, really nice, and that leaped just above 850 parts per million. Okay, now that's on. That will stay on until it goes below or just near 750. It seems to be about 760, 770, it'll switch off. And we'll just wait for that to go down again. Because I'm in this room talking away, it's the CO2 is higher than what it would be if I wasn't in here next to this CO2 controller. The fan's just turned off. Just turned itself off nicely, and the CO2 went down to 750, or just near about. I mean, it's obviously a very sensitive controller, so it will sometimes go down below the threshold before the actual sensor shows it on the screen. So there we go. That's how you set up this AC Infinity CO2 controller to turn your fan on and off to take out the CO2 out of your grow tent. I hope this helps anyone that watches this video. I'm going to list this under AC Infinity control unit, or how to use the AC Infinity CO2 controller for growing mushrooms, and just a normal heading of whatever, just to try and make people find it so people can not get stressed out like I did. But yeah, hope this helps you guys. Much love.